Hi, this is Tom from M&T Exotics. You're watching Fangs TV. Today we are going to talk a little bit about egg sacs, tarantula egg sacs for that matter. So first thing I want to show you is just a real rough introduction of what an incubator is. Basically, tarantulas lay eggs and then they have different cycles throughout their molts. When they first lay their eggs, and then they will molt in roughly 30 days or so to what is known as eggs with legs. After that, they will molt again to be first instars, and then another 30 days from there, roughly, will be second instars. That's most often the time you see tarantulas for sale will be starting at the second instar. So one might question, why didn't we do a breeding video first? Sometimes when you get wild-caught specimens, they will actually already be pregnant and they might have an egg sac. So I have a lot of people asking me, my tarantula laid an egg sac, what should I do? So the first thing you want to do is when you're not sure and you don't have a lot of experience, the best thing to do is leave the egg sac with the mother. Anywhere from 30 to 45 days after she lays it. Most people do check on it after 30 days or so just to see the development of the eggs, which we will do right here with the 2 egg sacs that I have. But just to go over a basic incubator, we have a large Tupperware container, and to it I have just a coffee filter taped to it, and that's just so that no small little insects like fruit flies or anything like that, they're not going to be able to get in there, but they still will be able to breathe and circulate air in here. So inside of this container, I have another small container with some just some pantyhose laid over it. Some people also use coffee filters inside of another cup that's just damp. That's fine also. Essentially, you want to have humidity without it touching the baby tarantulas. If they're exposed to any type of water, they will very easily drown. So it's just, you just take a deli cup like this, and you cut out the center. So as you can see, we cut out the center here of this lid. Put that back. And we just wrapped a piece of pantyhose over it. Put that on there. Now this is exactly where your eggs will sit. Put that inside of here with your lid. Just like that. Now, most tarantulas, when we're incubating it, we want to keep it at about 80 degrees with 80% humidity. Sometimes it's a little harder to keep, but if you have your room set at a thermostat set around 80 degrees, you should be fine. I've heard of some people using, 5-gallon heat mats on the side. That's a little sketchy, but like I said, 80 degrees humidity or 80% humidity at 80 degrees. So we'll go over here. And basically I just want to talk a little bit about the different moms here. This is our B. albiceps, which is very similar to a B. vagans. The only difference would be is the carapace is actually a lot brighter white. And next to her we have our Chaco goldeni. Now this would be the difference of, say, a good mom versus a bad mom. Just like in people, they're not always, there's some that are better than others. But, so what she has done is she's actually cared for her egg sac for about the last 30 days or so, but she recently abandoned it. So that might mean one of two things. Either the egg sac is no good, which it does look on the smaller side, so it may not be a good egg sac, but we'll pull it and see. Or that she is just, done caring for it. So we'll go ahead and we'll pull this egg sac here. Basically the tool that I'm going to be using are these 12-inch steel tongs here. You want to be very careful, as the mothers can be very defensive when you're pulling egg sacs, so the chance of getting hurt by a tarantula is definitely prevalent here. So we'll go ahead and open this up. So So she should have it right over here. You can see she's kind of going down in there. Look for it. Let's pull that out. So there's our egg sac. So this is our B. albiceps egg sac. Now, when we open an egg sac, we want to be very delicate with these things. They could be very fragile when they're this tiny. So we're just going to gently start to peel apart these layers of web. It's very thick webbing. And if we look inside here, you can actually see most of these eggs are golden yellow color. But we don't have any eggs with legs yet. Now if these eggs were bad, they would probably be black in color, but they're not. So basically, since we're at this point, we have no eggs with legs yet, we would want to just keep this in the egg sac and put this into our incubator. Now, it has already been about 30 to 33 days for this one, so they should be turning into eggs with legs any day now. So we'll go ahead and we'll put that in our little incubator, and we'll move on to the next girl. Alright, so here we have our Chaco Goldeny. This is actually a tarantula that's very close to my heart here. This is the first tarantula I ever owned. Her name is Starburst. So I've been waiting for a long time to breed her. These are very slow growing species. And she finally had an egg sac, which is really good. And this thing is like massive, especially compared to the albiceps. So she is definitely more of a defending mother. So actually, I gotta scoot back here a little bit just in case. But like I said, you just want to be really careful. Said she is being really protective of her babies. Oh, 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 oh. Gotta see here. 1 second. No, I'm not closing this on her, I'm just moving this to where. There we go. Alright. So here we have her egg sac, and this thing is just really, really large, especially compared to this B. albiceps egg sac here. You can see the difference in size. So hopefully we'll open this up and she'll have a lot of babies in here. We'll see. Alright, so here we have what's known as eggs with legs. And they're actually starting to darken up a little bit. They may be close to first instar. You could usually tell that a tarantula is going to molt in these stages when they start getting a little bit darker. So the tips of the legs here are kind of a gray color. But here you can see all the little babies with their legs developed here. Their abdomens still kind of look like a tarantula egg, but this is what's known as eggs with legs. So in about 2 weeks from now or so, maybe up to a month, they'll molt into first instar, and then a month after that they'll molt into second instar, which is the point where they actually start to look like a tarantula. So Alright, well, so thanks for tuning into this episode of Fangs TV. Like I said, I'm Tom from M&T Exotics, and thanks for watching.